So when you open Twitter and you
Twitter.
and you start looking at what people are saying, what drives you crazy?
Oh, it's a lot of things. You only want one?
What drives you crazy?
I think what drives me crazy is the idea that my voice as a Black woman, because it doesn't go along with culture, is usually downplayed, talked about, made to seem like, well, that she's just talking white and things like that. But then on the other hand, it's like, well, Black people aren't monolithic and Black people all think differently. But as soon as you step out of the narrative, then it's white. So I think that drives me crazy, where it's like, but I thought that we weren't all the same. So I think that, you know, you want to lift Black voices, but y'all won't lift my Black voice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's something that drives me crazy. I think another thing that drives me crazy, and it just happened this morning, is when white women, and it generally happens from white women, I'll put something out and then automatically they're like, you don't care about Black people. Or apparently you don't understand racism, or you don't understand slavery, or, you know, and all these things, or they'll give, you know, 8 reasons why I should change my mind, change my voice, my experience doesn't matter, and things like that. And I'm like, and they'll use rationing or rationales from CRT. And I'm like, but one of the premises of CRT would be that you can't tell me about my experience.
Yeah, I was just going to say, because isn't the whole narrative tell them
several seats?
They're not supposed to educate you. But for some reason, within this paradigm, that's not just allowed, but it's seems to be encouraged, which is very hypocritical, isn't it?
Yes. And that's more definitely, I feel like, the street level CRT, more of the walking out what we see, not necessarily the tenets of CRT, like CRT proper. But yes, in what we see being walked out, like this idea of, you know, we don't educate, we listen if you're white and things like that. But then as soon as I open my mouth, you feel like the need to correct, to educate. And I just want to be like, you know you out of line, right? But see.
Yeah.